Hello, welcome to EZ Eatery. Halloween is my favorite time of year, especially when it comes to making fun little creepy treats and stuff. I have the help of my kids over here today, and they are carving out some pumpkins, and whew, let's get busy. We're making 9 treats here. Yep, I'm going there. We're doing an Upchuckin Pumpkin. You're going to need some spiral noodles, some bell pepper, cucumber, grape, tomato, Olive Garden seasoning is the key, a little bit of pepper. You can go ahead and add in some mozzarella cheese and salami in there if you'd like. I bought them and completely forgot to use them. Anyway, we're just dicing everything up and literally cooking up. We already cooked up our noodles and we're just literally just mixing everything all together. So just going to go ahead and get that all mixed up, add in our dressing, and stir that up just a little bit. Look at those colors. I mean, doesn't that even look freaky? I'm going to go ahead and add a little bit of pepper in there just to give it a nice little added flavor. And we are just going to go ahead and cover this up, and you got to put it in the refrigerator for at least 2 hours before you serve it. Next is some gelatin, and we're going to put it inside of our skeleton. So I'm going to make these like Jigglers. So it's a 6-ounce package of strawberry jello, and it's 2 cups of boiling water. So if you're going to do a 3-ounce package, it would be 1 cup. If you're going to use a 6-ounce package, you would use 2 cups of boiling water, no cold water. That's what makes them stick together and make them all nice and firm, so you can just pop them right in your mouth. Just going to go ahead and stir that together until it's all dissolved, and we're going to put those in the refrigerator for at least 4 hours. So right along up there with our Upchuckin Pumpkin. So just going to go ahead and don't even have to cover it or anything. Just put it right in there and it is ready to go. How about some dirt and worms, you guys? Let's go put that together. For this one, you'll need some chocolate pudding, milk, gummy worms, Oreos, and Cool Whip. So we're just going to go ahead and follow the package directions, which is literally just taking your package of your pudding mix and adding some cold milk into it. I'm going to have everything listed for all of these in my description box. If you need to refer back, it'll be right there for you. So after 2 minutes, it's going to look like this. We're going to fold in some Cool Whip and kind of stir that up gently because we're going to make it kind of like a mousse. So look at there. Doesn't that look so beautiful? Okay, let's go grab our Oreos. I put those in the food processor, gave it a couple little pulses. Doesn't take very much at all to break that down and make it look just like dirt. Doesn't that look just like dirt? I think that is so cool. Okay, so just going to kind of make sure that there's not all sticking together. I'm going to use a little cup and I'm going to add a couple little dollops of my pudding mix in there, and just gonna go. I was able to make 6 of these out of this size cup, and then we're gonna throw our dirt on top of it, and just a couple little handfuls to. Well, you can. There's no rhyme or reason to it, just until you feel that's enough. And grab our little worms. I'm gonna put 3 in each cup. One of them is gonna try to escape, and that is it. I mean, even my adult kids like this one. So yummy. Next, we're making some bloody brains, which is Rice Krispies, marshmallows, and some dye. So we're just and butter, and we're gonna melt our butter down into our a nice big pan. We're gonna put our marshmallows in there and make them all ooey gooey until it looks just like this. And then we're gonna add in some red dye. Now I wanted mine to be red, but it didn't turn out that way. It turned out to be a little bit too pink for me. So I thought, well, I'm just gonna go ahead and add some yellow in there to make it orange at least, because I didn't want pink brains. I wanted more like a Halloween-y color. So after dropping those little drops of the yellow in there, it turned out like a pretty little shade of orange. Okay, so now we can go ahead and add in our Rice Krispies and just go ahead and mix that all up. Now this is going to get so incredibly sticky. So in this pan it came out like no problem, but when you're doing this part of it, which is making their brains out of these molds, which is just like little, where you put your seasonings in there, I highly recommend getting your fingers all greased up, because I made the mistake of not to initially, and then all of a sudden everything was sticking to me, so it was like ridiculous. So make sure that those little forms are greased and your hands are nice and greased, and we're just going to form those. Just going to take a little butter knife and just kind of make a little slit in the center, and we're just going to kind of play with it until it starts to take the shape of like a brain. I like the way this turned out so much that I actually put the rest of it inside of the cavity of my skeleton. So I'll show you all that in just a little bit. So I just took some red dye to make it look like it was a little more veiny. So I'm just going to put it like kind of right down the center and just kind of all throughout the sides. Just like I said, just to make it look a little more vein, like it, like a brain. Who doesn't want to eat a bloody Band-Aid? I mean, come on now. All it is graham cracker, cream cheese, and a little bit of jam. So we're just going to go ahead and break up our graham crackers into 4 little bite-sized pieces, make it look like Band-Aid size. And we're going to put our cream cheese, which has been softened, in the center of it. Try and make it like a square, just like a Band-Aid. And just going to do that to all of those. And then we're just going to put some jam inside of a Ziploc baggie and cut the end off. And we're just going to go ahead and kind of smear a little bit of blood on there. That's it. Next are these cute little witches' brooms. Aren't those adorable? This is the simplest one yet. All you need is some pretzels and Reese's peanut butter cups. So all we're going to do is open up each one of those little Reese's peanut butter cups, and I'm going to go ahead and grab a little pretzel, and it's going to make a perfect little broom handle. And that is it. Isn't that adorable? This is a creepy pumpkin veggie tray. Super easy as well. Needed some carrots, a little bell pepper, celery, cucumber, and some ranch dressing. On a round plate, I just added a whole bunch of carrots. I put those around my 2 little eyeballs, which is just those little ramekins. I made the little stalk out of celery, and I'm gonna go ahead and chop up my slice up my cucumbers to make a mouth, and put the little bell pepper in there for a nose, and of course fill it up with some ranch dressing. Very simple and very delicious. Next, we're going to make this mummy calzone, and these bones and blood is so cute. You just need some pizza crust from your refrigerated section and everything that you would like on a pizza. On a greased cookie sheet, we're going to go ahead and open up our package of dough, and it comes out in like it's a rectangle, so but it's kind of like wonky, so you have to play with it a little bit to make it as, as rectangular as we can possible. So just going to kind of play with that. Then we're going to go grab our pizza cutter, and we want to do it in thirds. So the center of the 1/3 of this rectangle part is going to be completely blank because we're going to be filling it. So in about like 1-inch strips wide, we're going to go like up 1/3 of the way. I'll flip this over. You'll get a better visual for it in just a minute. So just going to do that on one side, then we're going to turn it around and then do the other side, and then that leaves like that whole center right there to fill with our pizza sauce and all that fun stuff. I think that makes sense, right? So now we have this whole center part right here that we can put all of our pizza toppings in there, so you can add anything you want. I'm adding I'm actually using spaghetti sauce because I find it way more flavorful than regular jarred pizza sauce. But you can use anything. You can use Alfredo, you can use literally, you can just use oil. I mean, it's totally up to you. You can make this vegetarian. I'm just adding it with a whole bunch of mozzarella, a bunch of veggies. This is kind of like the little deluxe one. So we're adding pepperoni, some mushrooms. We're going to add in some bell pepper. I didn't have green bell pepper, but I did have some orange, which I think are nice and sweet. They're really delicious. A little bit of onion in there. And of course, I'm going to top it with some more cheese because I am a cheese fanatic and that's just what I like. So you put on there whatever you like. So anyway, just going to go ahead and like I said, top it with some more cheese because I just think it is so delicious. Now we're going to take those little edges there and start crisscrossing everything. And we're going to kind of leave like a little opening at the very top because I want to put some little olives in there for eyeballs. And so just kind of trying to fix it there. You'll see it better in just a moment. Just going to go ahead and keep on crisscrossing it so it just crosses over each other. I think that makes sense, right? I feel like I'm not explaining anything properly. Okay, there you can see him a little bit better. See how we left a little bit of an opening there? So just gonna kind of tidy him up just a little bit. And we're gonna put that in the oven. Yes, I'm using an oven this time for 15 minutes. So we're gonna go ahead and do our bones real quick. Same exact thing. We're just gonna roll ahead go ahead and roll out our dough, our pizza dough, which is, you know, it's a rectangular one. And we're gonna turn it on its side. And we're just gonna go ahead and just rip through it real quick with about 1-inch slices with the pizza cutter, and we're going to tie the very ends of them, just like you would start off like well, just a tie, and then so it looks like a little rawhide. Actually, it's kind of cute. And then just kind of don't pull on it super tight. And here comes another set of hands. Ooh, it's like magic, huh? We're trying to hurry up and get this done so that we can eat. We're getting hungry at this point. Okay, this is what they're gonna look like when we get them all done. So we're gonna go ahead and lay those all out. We don't want them completely touching. And grab some melted butter, and we're gonna just go ahead and put that all over the top of them. Now I'm going to put some garlic salt on these, or actually I'm using garlic powder, and I'm going to go ahead and put that all on top. And I thought, why not put some more cheese on there? So I'm using some Parmesan cheese, and those will go in at the same time as the calzone. Let's go put it together. There is our Upchuckin Pumpkin. Look at that. The pasta salad is so delicious. Here is our little mummy and our bones. I just put them on one tray. We have some warmed up marinara sauce right here. There is our veggie tray. Look at that. That is so fun. And over here, oh my goodness, there's the spookies. So let's go in and take a peek at all the fun little things that we made in this one. Let's start off right here. Look at our brains all around the skeleton. We have an eyeball, a little gummy worm hanging out of him. There's our gelatin. There's our Rice Krispie treats on the inside. I put some ho-hos on there. There's our bloody BandAids, and ooey, there's our little cups with the worms in there, and the little witches things in the back. What a fun, fun treat for everybody to enjoy. Put everything on some saran wrap for super easy cleanup, and all of those little crumbs and everything, the dirt, that was all just mixed up cookies. And here are all of our little fun treasures that we made today. Anyway, that is it. Thank you so much for watching. If you're new to my channel, please subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next one. Happy Halloween, you guys. Bye bye now.